Hello and welcome. Today we're going to look at calculating angles that are on parallel lines or perhaps within triangles. So what we'll do is go through a number of examples this time. So just as a recap or a review, if I have two parallel lines such as here and here, and a line that cuts them, which is called the transversal, the angles which are represented as triangles, such as these two and these two up here, are all equal. So any angle that is represented as a triangle is equal, and likewise any angle that is represented by a star is also equal. If I look to combine an angle which is a triangle and a star, such as these two down here, they will always add up to 180 degrees. So you can say here these are on a straight line, so that'd be 180 degrees. That'd be on a straight line, 180 degrees. This one and this one are both co-interior. They're also 180 degrees. So we'll be using this a little bit. So just over the next couple of examples. So we've got 6 examples in total to look at. So let's go through these and let's see if we can work out some unknown angles. So example 1. Right. This particular triangle, or this particular angle I should say, is a right angle, 90 degrees. So the question's asking, what is this unknown angle? The one with the question mark. So if I just rip out my pen here, I can say that 61 plus my unknown angle, which I'll just make as an x, has to equal, what does it equal? It has to equal 90 degrees because it's a right angle. Just need to solve a little bit of algebra here. Subtract 61 from this side, subtract 61 from this side. That will cancel out and I'll just be left with x equals, well, 90 take away 61. Well, 90 take away 60 is 30. Let's just take away another one. That will give me 29 degrees. So I could say this angle here, that one there, is 29 degrees. Okay, hopefully that makes perfect sense. Now we'll move on to our second of 6 examples. This time, the angles on a straight line need to add up to be 180 degrees. So, let's get my pen again. So, this angle here, I'll just call that x degrees. So x plus this angle here, which is 101, 101, has to equal, well, 180 degrees. They're on a straight line. So all I need to do with my algebra, subtract 101 from this side, subtract 101 from this side, and I'm ended up with x will equal, well, 180, take away 100 is 80, another one will be 79 degrees. So I can say this angle over here, 79 degrees. Okay, we'll now move on to the next example. Now, this time I have 2 parallel lines. Here they are here, first parallel line, second parallel line. Now, transversal. Now, if you remember from a bit earlier on, or that slide that I had right at the beginning, I know that these 2 angles are alternate, and that angle will be the same. So straight up, I can say that x equals 56 degrees. I'll just show you, if I go back 3 slides, and you see the alternate angles, such as that one and that one are the same, or that one and that one are the same. And that's the situation that I have with example number 3. That and that are the same. They are alternate angles. So x equals 56 degrees. Okay, we'll now move on to the next example. This time, both these angles are co-interior angles. They're both on the inside, and let's go back. Just remember where they are. They're on the inside. There, so if I go back, this time think of these two here. We have that one and those two, or it could be those two. They're between those parallel lines. This time, those angles need to add up to 180 degrees. So, back to that example. So, that one plus that one need to add to 180. So, my equation would be 82 plus x equals 180. So, subtract 82 from both sides, just because I just want x on the left hand side. Subtract 82 from this side, and I'll end up with x will equal 98 degrees, or in other words, this angle in here is 98 degrees. Okay, just 2 more examples to go. Next example, we're trying to calculate x. Again, just like the previous one, these are interior angles. So I know that this angle plus this angle add to 180 degrees. So this angle here will be x plus 33 plus, okay, this angle here, 102 degrees. 102 all equals 180 degrees. So we just need to solve this using a little bit of algebra. So this becomes left hand side, x. Now, what is 33 degrees plus 102? That will become 135 equals 180. Now, looking to solve for x, I need to subtract 135 from this side, subtract 135 from this side. So I end up on the left hand side, x will equal, now 180 minus 135 is a straight 45 degrees. So I can say the value of x is 45. Now I just should rewrite that and say not x is 45, I've got to be very careful about that. The value of x. The amount of degrees here is actually x 45 plus 33. So x is just the value of 45. The last equation. Alright, let's look at these two angles. Yeah, can't quite remember. What about if I said, are they the same, or do they add up to 180 degrees? So, what if I said this angle and this angle, they're vertically opposite, so those two are the same, and then you could say, that angle there corresponds with that. So I can say that angle, which is the same as that, is also the same as that. So let's look at solving a little bit of algebra here. So 3x plus 32. That's that angle up there. Has to equal. What does it equal? 5x minus 10. Now, all I need to do now is start to eliminate. First thing I'll do is I want to try and get x's to one side of the equation and everything else to the other. So where's my least value of x's? That is this side here with the 3 x's. So I will subtract 3x from here. You know, if I subtract 3x from this side, I need to subtract 3x from this side. So 3x, take away 3x is 0. So on the left hand side, I end up with 32. Equals. Now, what is 5x? Take away 3x. That will end up as 2x minus 10. Now, all I'm looking to do now is get rid of this negative 10 on this side, so this subtraction of the 10, because I just want my x's on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So the opposite operation to subtracting 10 is adding 10. Plus 10 plus 10. So 32 plus 10 is 42. Equals, right, 2x, and that cancels out to 0. So the last thing that I need to do is I have x that I'm trying to solve for. What am I doing to x? I am multiplying by 2. So what is the inverse to multiplying by 2? I need to subtract both sides. So let's try that again. Not subtract. I need to divide both sides by 2. There we go. I'll divide that side by 2. Divide that side by 2. So 42 divided by 2 is 21. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, or 1x, which can just be written as x. So 21 equals x, or if you prefer, x equals 21. So there's my answer. So just having a bit of trouble with my pad there. So x has the value of 21. So 3 times 21 plus 32 equals 5 times 21, take away 10. So there you go. So you'll notice these, pretty much all these equations, or all these examples, have been solved just by extending this particular diagram, just looking to see whether the angles are the same or the angles add up to 180 degrees. So until next time, have a good day and keep enjoying